UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Live from Broadcast House, this is UBC Lunchtime News with me, Brian Tumwine Biaruhanga. Let's start over from Bushenyi. Now, parents and pupils and teachers at BZB Junior School in Bushenyi District are jubilating following the release of their 2025 primary living education results. It was one of those schools whose results were withheld. Let's take a look.
According to the director of the school, Winnie Kagumire, Uganda National Examinations Board withheld the results due to suspicions of malpractice and external help. The good is that, after a thorough process, the board has finally released the results.
BZB, it is quality education because, why I say it is quality education? The case we had at UNEB, it was because our pupils used a lot of English, which they thought that maybe it was for university students, but at the end, my pupils proved them wrong.
Out of the 39 learners who sat for their examination, 38 scored Division 1, while only one returned with Division 2 of 13 aggregates, during a sitting in which Ampide Kirabo scored 4 aggregates.
I'm very happy to know that I have 4. I'm so excited and shocked. You know, I can't believe it. I have really struggled a lot, and I thank God, plus my parents, plus my teachers, plus everybody who supported me. And I'm promising you that I want to really work hard and become more successful.
The learners thanked God for this long-awaited day of their results, and they are now ready to join other institutions of learning.
I feel good, and I am so happy that we have gotten back our result. It has been so long that we have not been at school, and I really thank our parents for their support.
Thank God for this moment, because we have been waiting for this day and it has finally reached. I speaking, I'm Amtoye Tabitha, and I thank our parents, teachers, and my fellow students who are here with me. We really thank the board.
Parents and learners there jubilating. Now, let's talk women. Uganda's women have been advised to strike a balance between their households and career in order to avoid tensions in families that usually lead to gender-based violence. This was during a Women's Day celebration at Life Restoration Ministry in Bujuko, at which a prominent women like Lady Justice Harriet Grace Magala, Enid Kisembo, and Barbara Kaija offered counsel. Let's take a look.
Women's Day celebrations at Life Restoration Ministry in Bujuko Nasana started with a service graciously led by Pastor Kenneth Kato, who was eloquent in his sermon.
But however much Satan has wrath over man, man has God. You have God who always stands on your behalf. And that is why you see, when you are in trouble, the psalmist has said that the Lord stretches out his hand
Later, Life Restoration Ministry hosted women to a celebration that had an all-women panel that discussed several issues on the theme of balanced woman.
If you depend on your human ability, on your planning, on your expertise, you will crash. Depend on the Holy Spirit.
The Balanced Woman Fellowship at the Life Restoration Ministry of Bujuko was a powerful gathering designed to inspire, equip, and uplift women in their spiritual, personal, and social lives.
But is that how we want to be remembered, that it is your body getting you places? Please note that it also has a limit. But also, how do you want to be known? As in, oh, you want a free pass? She will give you leg. Excuse my choice of words. But women, girls, we are capable of so much. The sky is the limit. Believe in yourself. Trust in God. With God, everything is possible.
It brought together women from different backgrounds to learn how to live a balanced life rooted in faith, purpose, and wisdom. The fellowship focused on helping women understand the importance of balancing different aspects of life, such as faith, family, work, and personal well-being. Through teachings, discussions, and testimonies, participants were encouraged to grow spiritually and develop practical skills that help them become strong and confident women in their homes, churches, and communities. During the fellowship, women were reminded of their value and identity in God.
All these women you see did not imagine one day. Amen? They did not just wake up and imagine. They all started from somewhere, but it needs you to start from somewhere. And where do you start from? It is that place of prayer. It is that place of consistency. It is that place of belief. It is that place of faith. Because she said, believe in yourself. Declare. Pastor, this afternoon has been telling us about the power of declaration.
They were empowered to overcome life challenges, strengthen their relationships, and pursue their dreams with faith and determination. The session often included teachings on character, leadership, emotional healing, and the role of women as pillars of the families and society. It also created a supportive environment where women can connect, share experiences, pray together, and build meaningful friendships. This sense of community helped participants feel encouraged and motivated to live purposeful lives. Overall, the fellowship at Life Restoration Ministry Bujuko was more than just an event. It was a platform for transformation. It nurtured women to become spiritually grounded, emotionally strong, and socially impactful, enabling them to shine as balanced women who positively influence their families and communities.
Thank you, John Barnes, for that. Now, the Ministry of Health, in partnership with Bunyoro Kingdom, the Carter Center, and other local and international partners, on the 15th March 2026, commemorated the World Neglected Tropical Diseases Day in Nyatonzi Sub-County in Masindi District. Held under the theme, Unite, Act, Eliminate, the commemoration emphasized the need for global solidarity, immediate action, and sustained commitment to ending the suffering caused by more than 20 neglected tropical diseases that affected over 1.5 billion people worldwide. Let's take a look.
Ideally, this day is supposed to be held or commemorated on the 30th of January, but we did not commemorate it that day because Uganda was in the period of elections.
Held under the theme, Unite, Act, Eliminate, the commemoration emphasized the need for global solidarity, immediate action, and sustained commitment to ending the suffering caused by more than 20 neglected tropical diseases that affect over 1.5 billion people worldwide. Leaders from the Ministry of Health, officials from Bunyoro Kingdom, development partners, health workers, and community members gathered in Nyantonzi Sub-County in Masindi District to mark World Neglected Tropical Diseases Day.
It is now to increase the awareness that much as we have controlled the disease, people have to be vigilant. We have to strengthen surveillance because the disease can come back.
Presiding over the national ceremony, the Kingdom's Prime Minister pledges full support towards the total elimination of major NTDs in the country.
In 2017, His Royal Highness, the King of Bunyoro, decided to make changes in the kingdom on how we do business. And so he decided that his vision was by 2030, Bunyoro Kisara Kingdom should be a prosperous and great kingdom. And one of the partnerships we had was the Ministry of Health, and we signed an MOU to work together.
NTDs include illnesses such as bilharzia, river blindness, elephantiasis, and intestinal worms, among others, which are commonly linked to poor sanitation and unsafe water. In Uganda, millions of people remain at risk of these diseases, particularly in rural communities located near rivers and areas with limited sanitation facilities.
One of the interventions is wash. Wash is clean. People have to use the clean water and also improve hygiene and sanitation.
Development partners, including the Qatar Center, promise to maintain the fight through efforts aimed at controlling and eliminating neglected tropical diseases.
The Qatar Center is an NGO that has been supporting Ministry of Health Uganda since 1996. And this was support to neglected tropical diseases, mainly guinea worm and river blindness.
As the commemoration draws to a close, the stage joyfully belongs to the community drama groups, voices of the people, telling the people's stories. Behind the hilarious humor, the performers simply teach that sometimes the strongest weapon against NTDs is not hidden in expensive laboratories, but in knowledge shared from one neighbor to another. With every drumbeat and every dance move across the crowd, the day is sealed with a clear message. When communities are informed, united and determined to act, even the most neglected diseases can be brought to their knees and completely eliminated. Chris Buyondo, UBC.
Chris, for that, UBC Lunchtime News takes a break, and we shall do return back with business.
So, Muchala.
Yes, Daddy.
You know the children are going back to school and things are a bit tight, huh? For now, why don't you take half of the fees to junior school, and for the school van contribution, we shall pay later, huh?
Daddy, why don't we pay using MTN Momo, where we stand a chance of winning school fees for a whole year and more? By the way, you can also apply for a school fees loan, and also participating schools can win a school van.
That's right! Win school fees for a whole year and more. Get Momo goodies and a school van for participating schools. You can also apply for a school fees loan. Simply dial *165 *80 hash or use the Momo app.
Alright, listen up. Colgate is on a mission.
It's kind of a big thing.
Colgate Herbal uses traditional nature's herbs and combines it with Colgate Science for healthy gums and strong teeth.
New Colgate Herbal with Salt combines traditional nature's herbs with a pinch of salt and Colgate Science. A natural recipe for strong teeth and healthy gums.
So, Muchala.
Yes, Daddy.
You know the children are going back to school and things are a bit tight, huh? For now, why don't you take half of the fees to junior school? And for the school van contribution, we shall pay later.
Daddy, why don't we pay using MTN Momo, where we stand a chance of winning school fees for a whole year and more? By the way, you can also apply for a school fees loan, and also participating schools can win a school van.
That's right! Win school fees for a whole year and more. Get Momo goodies and a school van for participating schools. You can also apply for a school fees loan. Simply dial *165*80# or use the Momo app.
Alright, listen up. Colgate is on a mission.
It's kind of a big thing.
Colgate Herbal uses traditional nature's herbs and combines it with Colgate Science for healthy gums and strong teeth.
New Colgate Herbal with Salt combines traditional nature's herbs with a pinch of salt and Colgate Science. A natural recipe for strong teeth and healthy gums.
Welcome back from that short break. The Director General of Uganda Civil Aviation Authority, Fred Bamwesige, says the airport operations stand at about 42%, as the Middle East, which is the big aviation center of about 65% of business, have been interrupted by the conflict between America and Iran, which is affecting the aviation industry. Let's take a watch.
For the Christians that are here, our last 10 days of Ramadan are very, very important in our religion, because these are the days when Allah tells us that He will listen. In those 10 days, we have one very special day, but He did not mention to us that special day. He just told us it is in the last 10 days. The Prophet ﷺ further said that it is the odd days, that is 21, 23, 25, 27, and 29. But we would like to emphasize to all of us that please take time and pray during these times. You know what is happening to the world right now. We all know what is happening. So let us utilize this time of the last 10 days of Ramadan to pray for our dear world. This is something that everyone is seeing, and it will have an effect to all of us.
Right now we have like 42% of operations here. Why? You know, the rest of the world is okay. Amsterdam, US, the biggest part of Africa is okay. But because Middle East has also become a big aviation center, about 65% of our business is now disrupted. Of course, we have started had some resumption of freight. Because these areas are affected, but Air Arabia has since resumed flights to Sharjah yesterday. Fly Dubai also resumed morning operations to Dubai, and also operated this morning. This morning, they are yet to resume their flight, their evening flight. Flying us to Riyadh is the other Middle East bound operator, which has managed to operate flights through this period. But Qatar in Doha and Emirates in Dubai, and our airline, Uganda Airlines, and others yet to resume flights.
Thank you so very much.
The Civil Aviation there for you, saying that flights are going to resume to normal very soon. Now let's talk environment. The environmental conservation activists walking from Moroto to Kampala have taken their campaign to Kumi district. The team joined worshippers at St. Paul's Catholic Church in Kumi during a Sunday Mass, where they shared their message on protecting the environment. Our reporter is with them and shares the details.
walkers are on a 560-kilometer journey aimed at promoting tree growing and environmental conservation across the country.
We are supposed to protect those places because they contribute a lot to climate change. Our climate and the weather has changed from time and time again because we are cutting down trees, and we are calling upon you, help each one of us to plant a tree so that we restore back what we have lost.
During this sermon, Reverend Father Deogracius Soreangatum urged local authorities to control roaming animals that destroy newly planted trees.
The bylaws within given communities is not working about the preservation of the environment. We have loitering animals, and that is affecting the efforts of many people. People who thrive in planting trees are people who put a fence around their trees, and yet many cannot afford a fence. So the local community, the local administrators, we request you to be strong in these bylaws that will preserve the environment.
Lead worker Geoffrey Ayeni encouraged residents to continue planting trees and protecting the environment.
Last night we arrived in Mukura, but we said we should come and pray with you people here. I would like to request the congregation to take back the message of environmental conservation and water protection, and then also let the community and the people you represent know that climate change is real. It is upon us to mitigate the impact.
The group has so far covered more than 200 kilometers of their journey. Benon Mokwaya, Dokas Kimono, UBC News.
Let's talk sports. Parents have been urged to support their children in promoting and discovering talents as part of the co-curricular activities. Now, during the one-day children chess game competitions organized by the Rotary Club of Kampala City, over 20 children did participate, and winners were awarded medals. Evaste Kahunde Bugeiga, the President Rotary Club of Kampala City, highlighted the benefits of encouraging children in co-curricular activities at a lower age. Let's take a look.
Today we chose chess because chess helps our children in critical thinking, and it also helps them know that every move has a consequence. It's not just about having fun, but it's also about learning. That children are doing things that enhance their memory, enhance their mind, and help them improve on critical thinking and sequence. So that's what we are doing here today, and we'd like to invite anyone who would like to register their children next year. We hope to have this annually and hope that next year it will be even bigger and better. As one of the extracurricular activities, it helps in improving the child's mind, tactical thinking, so many ways. So maybe I'd call upon having chess in schools as a game that's compulsory. It doesn't need much. You don't need to buy your child's boots or whatever. It's just a board and a chess pieces. To the parents out there, sign up your children for chess tournaments. Sign up your children for, you'd never know where their skill lies.
Encouragement to all parents out there, guardians, schools, that let's tap into the talent at an early age. 3 years, 4 years, you'll be shocked what these kids can do on the chessboard. One of the core benefits is that, among other things, chess is a game that helps the children focus, listen more, and even it has been proven that it has contributed to their academic performance.
Board 7 white is Marie Essian.
The horse's mouth, saying that chess helps children focus That story brings us to the very end of UBC Lunchtime News. I have been Brian Tumwine Pierohanga. Goodbye and God bless Uganda.
UBC, inspiring Uganda. UBC, inspiring Uganda.